should have the right stuff. Oh. Oh man, did I even set up this game yet? Guess I'll find out in a minute. Play windowed, alright. Looks like it's got to install some stuff. Bum 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 bum. Tonight's probably going to be kind of short, maybe an hour, if that. Alright. I've not run. Oh, I've got to install something. I've not run this on this computer yet, so it's going to take just a second. We'll watch the whole intro and everything, but just gonna make sure. Dolby 3D. I guess. Make sure this is gonna be visible. Let me just set this up. This one? Maybe? Is that it? I don't think so. Oh man, it's got some bass. How about window? There we go. That's a window. Yeah, that's right. All right. Let me just make this look pretty. Hey, welcome back. I forgot to set up Fallout Tactics, so I'm just setting it up on the fly here. Fit in the window and look good and all that stuff. It recommended that I run it in a window because Windows 8 compatibility is what it said. Oh, that's freaky. Hang in there. We will be playing some Fallout in just a second. Yeah, that's not a thing. Da, da. Whoops. That's the wrong one. Bear with me here. I'm really tired and I just need to set this up real quick. Window. Okay. That one. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. That looks pretty close. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, you ready? Let's play some Fallout. Let's watch the intro first, though. Alright.
An American army is fighting for
It glitched out.
1941, a date which will live.
Note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima.
These forces met their match.
We have declared war on Vietnam.
But we don't plan to surrender either. We are going to win.
Proportions and would lead to World War III.
Allied air forces began an attack on military.
This is all messed up. Hold on. I'm gonna relaunch it in full screen mode and see what that looks like. Alright, now let me just set this up real quick. Almost there. Almost. We will play this game tonight. What the heck? That one? Apparently, this game does not like to show up in open broadcast software. Bizarre. Oh, not that one. Nope. Oh, this is so weird. Well, my cat's going crazy. It looks really good in this mode, which you can't see, but the streaming software is not picking it up as a game. I don't know why. Let me test that. No, that's not it. Music's nice. And my cat's screaming. What is it? Huh, that's so bizarre. Alright, so we'll just go back to that windowed mode. It won't look great. It might get weird. But at least it'll work, I think. Hey! Alright, I need a little bigger than that. Sorry, I didn't have time to set this up in advance. Alright, screw it. Let's do it. Hey, Ryan. I did not set up Fallout in advance, so I've been messing around with it. But now I think it might work. Regardless, we're just going to start. And let's do the intro and cross your fingers that it works. Oh, no, it's freaking out.
1941,
It's
a date which will live. Note that the first atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima.
These forces met their match.
We have declared the war
But
indeed.
we don't plan to surrender either. We are going to win.
Fortunes
and would lead to World War II.
Allied air forces began an attack on military targets.
Decide that in the 21st century,
being weird, but I think you can see that.
War. War never changes. It was the inevitable result of the path humanity had chosen. Everyone who entered into the conflict expected victory. Everyone was optimistic. But as the hostilities escalated, optimism faded, and society began to collapse. The great vaults were built to house the wealthy, the powerful, the influential, and those deemed necessary to their survival. Inside, resources and technology were stockpiled, a final defense against the coming Holocaust. With the past behind them and the present destroyed, they looked to the future. The sturdy Vault Zero was to be the nucleus of the Vault network, housing the greatest leaders, artists, and scientists. The inhabitants of Vault Zero were to reunite the vaults and lead the people to a new life, a new world. But after the bombs, the world would be a harsh one. To ensure the creation of a post-nuclear utopia, the Vault dwellers would need help. Machinery was constructed to tame a land hardened by the ravages of war, then tempered by nuclear winter. But plans were barely in place when the first missiles left the silos. During the destruction, communication between the vaults ceased. Entire vaults were lost. Those that survived were on their own. Not all vaults succumbed to the machinations of war. On North America's west coast, one group of military vault dwellers emerged almost unscathed. They surveyed the wasteland and squared their shoulders for the task ahead. These dedicated survivors salvaged the technology from the vaults, technology that was studied, replicated, and fiercely guarded. For they knew that while their power came from numbers, their future lay in scientific knowledge. In time, they formed the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood used their knowledge to drive back the atrocities of the wasteland, proclaiming themselves the technological saviors of mankind. They scoured the land in search of more technology, raiding mutant camps, bandit towns, and the broken remains of other vaults. But even they could not keep pace with the high tolls demanded by life in the wasteland. The Brotherhood found themselves at odds with their need for new blood versus their code of technological secrecy. The debate was lengthy. Finally, the elders ruled against sharing the technology with outsiders, convinced that they would endure as they had before. Further discussion was discouraged, and the elders ordered the minority on a mission across the wastes. Super mutants, the foot soldiers of a conquered army, had been forced into a retreat across the mountainous barrier to the east. The Brotherhood constructed airships and dispatched the minority to track down and assess the extent of the remaining super mutant threat. But disaster struck while crossing the Great Mountains. A great storm gripped the main airship and flung it far from its course. The mighty ship was badly damaged. The smaller sections were torn from the main craft, never to be seen again. Many of the expedition's leaders were lost to the winds. The fraction of the crew that still survived struggled to keep their ship aloft before finally crashing on the outskirts of a once thriving metropolis, a city once called Chicago. Broken, scattered, and scarred, they took stock of the situation and once again squared their shoulders to the task ahead. The Brotherhood had much to offer the surrounding villages. They traded advanced medicines in exchange for food and labor. They traded protection from bandits in exchange for new recruits. In time, their ranks began to swell. Separated by distance and ideology from the main Brotherhood forces, the minority was free to forge a new Brotherhood of Steel, one that reflected the ideals they had strived for all along. However, one's future in the wasteland is never certain, for an old power has awakened, also bent on making this land its own. Life in the Brotherhood is about to change.
So it was about a quarter of a window, but I think we got an idea of what this game's about, at least. So, hopefully this works. Oh, just reset that window. Oh, that's... Didn't really want that to happen. Let me see if I can fix this. I can't catch a break tonight, I swear. Alright, let's try that again. And now it's all the way over there. Oh, man. And... How does that look? That looks pretty good. Maybe make it just a little bit bigger. Alright. Now, as long as they don't mess with it, we can play this game. It's in a very tiny window on my screen. But let's do it. Alright. I wonder if the intro will work now. Screw it. Let's play this game. Tutorials. We don't need that. There's actually like pictures of people. Starting fresh. Predator. All these guys are super sleazy looking. There's a lot of them though, aren't there? Definitely want small guns. I usually like speech. Is that not on here? Pilot. Interesting. That's new. pink skin? Green? Alright, we're green. Yeah, these, well, I mean, they have been out in the wasteland. So, you gotta bear with me because this window on my screen is just like super tiny. So, they're probably gonna get me looking really close. So there's not a speech skill. Can I be something other than human? What? Alright. Small guns, I like that. And I think we're gonna do... Now let's do pilot. Fly stuff around. And... I'm gonna do energy. Oh, interesting. +1 on every primary stat, but lose 10%. 5 less skill points per level. That's a tough call. Do you like action points? How many action points do I have? 7. Okay, we got 8 now. Finesse, that's always fun. Oh, minus 25 base damage, huh? That's 16% crit. Yeah, that's why I was probably doing not a whole lot of damage before. Alright, what's this do? Oh, I don't want tough guy mode. That's scary. Why is human there? Alright, what do you think for these optional traits? Or really anything. I've never played this game before. I always like small guns. Pilot is new for this game, so apparently there are vehicles. Speech is not here, so that must not be a big deal in this game. I mean, is pilot really going to pay off? It seems like it's going to be a waste. What is... Oh, it lose like 10%. Wow, 10% on combat. That's rough. Oh, I definitely want time to aim. I don't like any of these optional traits, honestly. I think I'm just gonna do no optional traits. Kinda wish, I don't know, man, pilot. That seems like a waste. What do you think? Maybe science would be better. Oh. Alright, so maybe your opinion's not good, but whatever. I think we're good. Science, small guns, energy weapons, You know, by the time I usually get energy weapons, I have a whole lot of points to spend, though. But I guess I could spend that in other places. Alright, I think let's do it.
Hut. All right, you mutated redneck green-skinned sacks of irradiated flesh, listen up. I am Paladin Rychek. I am in charge of training you backward maggots in the art of war and survival. In my time in the Brotherhood, I have personally trained more than 50 initiates, and I am proud to say almost 14 of them are still alive and kicking. The Elders have ordered me to mold you flabby, hip-slapping, berry-picking, rat-rubbing Brahmin kissers into capable warriors. And I am going to do it, even if it kills you. I will teach you how to eat, sleep, walk, talk, shoot, spit like a Brotherhood soldier. First level of training will be recruitment detail. You'll go to the surrounding villages and see what able-bodied primates are ready for an honest life's work. It is your duty to remind the village elders that if they want continued protection from the scum of this world, they will uphold their end of the bargain by providing resources and their best and brightest for Brotherhood training. Now get your weak-kneed, superstitious, soft-skinned, uneducated butts to the armory. You will be issued basic weapons and armor. There are 3 simple rules to follow with Brotherhood equipment. If you damage your weapon, you will spend a week in the box. If you damage your armor, you will spend a week in the box. If you lose either, I'll kill you myself. And one final thing, ladies. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Steel.
At ease, Initiate. My name is General Barnaky. I will be giving you your orders before every mission. But before that, I'd like to personally welcome you aboard. Considering that the Brotherhood basic training attrition rate is 85%, you should be very proud of yourself. Now, on to business. 2 nights ago, raiders invaded the resource-rich tribal village of Brahmanwood. Their losses have been heavy, and they are now ready to accept the Brotherhood's conditions for protection. We will return their lands and rescue these primitive people in exchange for food and a portion of their older children for new recruits. We must expand our ranks to meet our objectives, which makes every village count. I don't know what is driving the raiders this close to our base of operations, but they have been punishing the surrounding area. Brahmanwood is one of many villages that is now occupied by raiders. The inhabitants that did not escape have been slain or imprisoned. Make no mistake, Initiate, they have killed a fair amount of our brothers. Do not underestimate them. You will take your squad to Brahmanwood, locate and eliminate the leader of the group of raiders. Once he is removed, his followers will surely fall into disarray. You will then use the Brotherhood's superior might and intellect to butcher the remaining criminals. This is a standard assault mission, so consult the map in your Pip-Boy for the latest intelligence on the area. One more thing, warrior. You must ensure that the village elder survives. He is the key to our plans for this town. According to the local tribal custom, he alone deals with outsiders. Without him, we can have no agreement with the rest of the tribe. Dismiss.
Oh, this isn't turn-based. Look, the action points just how do I move when it's windowed mode? The action points just recharged. That's wild. How do I... Whoops! Oh, I have to use my arrows. So I did not mean to do that, and now I have to start over. Alright, so apparently right-clicking is attack. Oh, man. Alright, let me do this over real quick. there? Alright, let's try that again.
At ease, initiate.
So, apparently I have to use...
Greetings to the Brotherhood of Steel. You are speaking with Charon, elder and tribal father to Brahmin Wood. You have arrived none too soon. Our village has fallen to raiders who rode out of the darkness. Some of my people escaped death or bondage by fleeing into the wasteland, but without tools and shelter. This must be the doing of the Brahmin god of fate. With the bandits we trade away our present. In the Brotherhood, we trade away our future. Very well, Initiate. I fully agree to your terms, but I fear this decision will haunt me till I reach the eternal grazing field in the heavens. Our villagers are being held prisoner in the camp. Save them, and you will have more people to aid your cause. Lose them, and you will be cutting Brahmin from your own herd.
So I have to do this with my arrow keys, since I'm in windowed mode right now. I'm really surprised this isn't turn-based. Alright, so they have modes. Can I get him to follow me? This is weird. Oof. Sure is bloody. Alright, so... This is weird. Where'd he go? Prone, crouch. Wow, this interface is totally different. Oh, there's no pause? What is this? So what is this? Defensive. Oh, interesting. I wish I wouldn't blink. This definitely has some compatibility issues. Sentry mode off. Sentry mode defensive. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a way to stream this. Oh, I died.
Your last breath is a pathetic attempt to clear your blood-filled lungs. If only you had another chance.
Alright, this is a totally different type of game. But I need to fix the way it streams though, because on the stream it looks fine, right? It looks like it's really big, takes up a big window. On my screen it's like merp. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to stream this correctly. So I think that is probably gonna do it for tonight. I gotta get up really early tomorrow. But we'll hopefully play some more tomorrow after I figure out how to stream this correctly. Because right now it's the window on my screen is unplayable. And it doesn't seem to recognize it when it's in full screen for whatever reason. Yeah, it's like what's cool about the software, the broadcasting software, is I can take any window and I can stretch it to whatever size it needs to be, right? Which is great. But on my screen, that window is like really, really tiny, like 800 by 600 or something. And if I stretch it, since I'm just doing a window capture, it would stretch on the other screen too. So I'm gonna have to play around with it where I can get it to a point where it works both to play it and on the stream. And I think I just have to kind of stretch it and then redo it and get to a point where it works. Because I'll show you if I do like, and I also like I couldn't go to the edge of the screen with my mouse and scroll because it's windowed. So that's really annoying. This game, it seems like I'm really gonna need to be able to do that. I think the problem is because it's in DirectX, and maybe if I can run it in a different way, I don't know if I can, but maybe. Well, I'm just looking at a couple websites. Alright, well, I gotta get up super early for Doc's appointment. So I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you for tuning in, and I will get this tactics thing fixed so we can play this, because this is really interesting. So like that's if I do full screen, not full screen, but like the entire size of my screen in windowed mode. But then I still don't think I'll be able to scroll. So I'll play around with it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to stream tomorrow as well, having a medical procedure done, so I might be a little out of it, but I'm still going to do it somehow. At some point tomorrow, I will stream a Fallout game. So tune in then. Have a good night. See ya.